So, a funny thing happens when we begin to really rest into a sense of deep self worth, like deep sense of self value. This is the words that's been coming for me to describe my own experience recently. It's like, wow, I'm really valuing myself. And I'm seeing how that shows up in all my relationships and definitely in my romantic relationships. It's actually completely amazing how much we, through how we feel in ourselves and what we're anchored into in ourselves, how that affects the external. And this is, a process of meeting ourselves and learning to understand who we are, and also learning how to connect and get anchored into that sense of being really, really, really with ourselves. And so for many of us, this is really a process. Few of us were trained into this sense of self-connection, and nearly all of us are running unconscious patterns. And it's because we're actually clearing unconscious patterns from the past through our systems. But until we actually are able to really understand what's going on there and work with it, then those patterns will run through us and they will dictate our relationships. And so many of us are working with I'm not good enough. We're leaning out of ourselves, or we're controlling too much. There's so many different ways that we can be run by these patterns. And the really shitty thing is that it changes our lives when we're not able to really be aware of what's going on and to work with it in a different way. And so this program is all about really taking the time to feel into what's really, really, really going on underneath those patterns. It's really for women who are ready to focus on their relationships for, it's a 1 month program. It's like a month of really saying okay, what's going on here? How can I create relationships that are really, really meeting me in the deepest way and reflecting who I know I am worthy of, and what I am worthy of. So, this kind of exploration is something that makes a huge difference in all of our relationships, because it's actually very, very deep inside of ourselves. And so the container needs to be very strong. And ever transformation is going to happen, we need to be able to feel really safe. And we also really need to show up and actually do the work. So it's my intention to hold this space for you, for a small group of women who are really dedicating themselves to going to really explore what these patterns are, and to cultivate this deep inner connection that stays as a steady vibration that really, really nourishes us. So then we can vibrate this beautiful energy and invite our relationships to meet us there. And it is my experience is this: when we're strong and steady in that deep connection, then our outer relationships will just come along, will always reflect that, creating much more empowering dynamics, a lot more transformation. And because transformation comes when our hearts are open and other people's hearts are open, and it's up to us to get secure in ourselves enough to keep our heart open. And so this is where becoming a ninja comes in, because it's learning to really anchor into our connection to the earth, to the sky, to our hearts, to our bellies, to our wombs, and then being able to respond intelligently, skillfully with what's going on in our relationship world. And now is a real time where things are shifting and changing and transforming, and we actually have this opportunity to shift things on a really fundamental level. So this is a program to hold you in that process. So each day you'll have a new lesson where you'll be working with different embodiment practices and tantric practices, and also, self-inquiry, learning about your attachment patterns, learning about your needs, learning about communication. All those sorts of things are really covered in depth in a way that is where you're really experiencing that in your body, and you're really looking at the, underlying layers behind things. And then a really magical part of it is that we'll be meeting each week to share, to be held, and to hold each other as we explore this stuff, and as we find the courage to be vulnerable and to find that deep strength and self-value in our relationships. So each call will be a chance for you to share what's going on, and we'll also work on some practices together. And so that's a call each week for the month. And so we'll be held in this group field with other women like you who are making this incredible commitment to yourself and to up-leveling your relationships. So if you feel the call, I would love for you to reach out to me. Let me know what it is that you're, wanting to work on. What is it that you're wanting to actually move towards? Like, what are you wanting to embody? What are you wanting to call in? And let's see who comes to this circle to share this space. And I really love working with women on this, because I really, really know that as women align to these really nourishing, healthy relationships, that it transforms our lives, but it also transforms the lives of everybody around us. And through doing this work and finding this deep, vulnerable power, that we become real inspirations for everybody in our lives. So it's very, very important work, and I will be holding this with a lot of care. And as you probably know, if you know me, I have a lot of experience in this, and the practices that I offer are very powerful. So thanks for listening, and I will really look forward to meet you if you feel to come and sit in this on virtual circle. It will be all online, so wherever you are, you can join. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Sending you so much love.